What's going on, guys? What's good? Today we are talking about college, but was it really worth it?
No.
It has its pros and cons, yeah.
I had to do my 5th year, so college was worth it. I was miserable.
Well, really, how did you decide what school you wanted to go to in the beginning?
Honestly, whatever would accept me, to be honest. I wanted to go to Howard, of course. So that's what my main school, and my SAT scores were not good enough. So, I kind of settled for Westchester. I settled for Shippensburg, which I really did go to. But, yeah, whatever school accepted me.
And who gave money? Yeah, that was a big thing for us, because, it was 2 of us going. We wanted to go out of state. Our first pick was Howard. We got in, but it was, super expensive. So, we went to Penn State. We are.
I think for me, it was just I don't know, I just wanted to go to Penn State. I wanted to go to a school that had a culture behind it, and I know it would help me when I graduate, which it has, honestly, graduating from Penn State, because my last manager.
It's a big network.
Yeah. It's a cult. It's really a cult. To be honest.
I wouldn't call it a cult.
It's a cult.
I didn't go to school. I wouldn't explain anything.
In my first interview out of college, the guy read my resume. He was like, "Wait, you went to PSU?" Mind you, that's bad on his part because he didn't read the resume beforehand. But he was like, "You went to Penn State?" "Oh, so did I." After this interview, send me an email. I'm gonna make sure you get this position. So it really does benefit you a lot based on the schools you go to. But other than that, I don't really use anything I learned. Well, I guess kind of.
It depends on you don't use maybe the knowledge part of it. Yeah. Just the experience of living on your own, learning how to manage your time,
talking to people, having communication,
working while trying to get a degree.
That's true. Yeah. My telecom skills, me working in a telecommunication company, I guess that's for me, that's a benefit. Mm-hmm. But other than that, what else do you think?
I learned
how to finesse. I'm good at finessing.
Yeah.
All those skills.
I learned how to procrastinate.
Be good at it though.
But be good at it, yeah.
Effective procrastination.
How to do stuff hungover. Time management.
Yeah. What's more important, go to a party at night and then you get to class in the morning. That's why I never picked class. I told y'all before, never picked any 8 a.m., 9 a.m. It was always 10 and after. So
I was an 8 a.m.
Me too.
Yeah, heavy 8 a.m. Yeah. I had to get it out the way.
But my thing was when I picked the 8 a.m. class, I had somebody that was foreign teacher. So I was in basically economics. So it's early 8 in the morning. So I'm trying to get myself together, get my mind right. I didn't understand a word he was saying. I didn't understand the syllabus. I didn't understand what was really going on. Honestly, I failed the class because I just didn't get through with it. Because when you're in a class, you want to make sure you're alert and actually taking notes, understanding. Mm-hmm. And if you're already you're off the track of trying to get things done, it's a no-go. So
I used to pick classes where I had Fridays off. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or I would do just Monday, Wednesday. Yeah,
that's smart.
Did you guys pick the easiest
have
professor?
One class. Yeah, I was rate my professor was my best friend.
Yeah,
I had to see you didn't.
I had to see.
Yeah, I had to see who not to pick because them classes it had hard, easy. Yeah, professor wise.
I mean,
so I was more towards the easy because.
But what about also, other than classes, what about the friendships that you made in college? Do you think that you still have them? Do you still keep in contact?
Some people.
Well, shout out to Steve. But anyway.
Thank you for us with Shippensburg alum. But no, I did make good friendships out of college. I still keep in contact with those people. But you need to make sure you have a main group of friends that have your back, telling you to study, telling you to graduate. I mean, I did have those friends, but to be honest, Asha, Savannah, and Kamilah were my main core. I really was struggling in school, and I honestly didn't have that. I guess, what is it? Motivation. Yeah. No, motivation. Because these girls are doing so well. And I'm damn, I'm just trying to get to class. I didn't have the graduation in mind. I didn't keep that in mind. I lied about my grades to my mom. I didn't really. Honestly, I got so caught up in just having a party life. It was just too much. You have to have friends that really motivate you and keep you grounded.
But I think it's a lesson learned though. You had those friendships for that time. You did the turn ups, you went to parties, and they were there for you in that case. But
and you graduated.
Yeah, you still graduated.
It took some time. That's
all that.
Some people don't graduate, so that's a big accomplishment. Whether it took 4 years, 8 years, 10 years.
I don't think I really made. Well, no, I had some people I'm still in contact with, but my freshman year, no. None of those people even, no. I'm just going to keep it at no. But sophomore year, that's when I did my twerking tour. Remember I came to Shippensburg?
Oh, yeah.
She was like,
I was college hopping because I'm like, you know what? I actually went to Berks first, and then I went to Abington. So at Abington, I had to go back home, which I hated doing. But I was like, you know, I'm going to make it an experience. So I visited. Yeah, I was a commuter. So I worked, of course I had my money, but I went to every school that I can find. Especially I was always at Westchester. Temple campus. I was an hour,
you really was twerking.
Yeah, I was. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. I was at IUP, went to Shippensburg, and I think I even visited Yarnell and Morgan State. So I was everywhere, but you gotta make it. I feel like college is what you make of it. So if you're commuting and you're just like, oh, I don't stay on campus, and you get all sad about it, just use it to your advantage. Save your money, go visit your friends, family. So that's what I did. And I even went to Lincoln, so I was everywhere.
Yeah. The first semester, I was homesick. I was ready to come back home. I'm on the phone like, I want to change schools. I don't like it up here, blah, blah, blah. It's too far. But you got to make friends. Or at least, like, put yourself out there. Like, join clubs, you know. Yeah, stuff like that. Just to get comfortable. Like with your environment, because you don't want to just remove yourself out of a situation because you're uncomfortable. Just try to like strategize and think of different techniques or whatever to, you know, boost your comfortability.
Go with your gut. Really.
Comfortability.
Like if you're just saying it like, oh, I just want to be home.
Yeah.
That's like going to work.
I
want to be home.
I think for me, mine was Thon, like, because I did Thon the first 2 years, and then when I went to the state college, I also kept going. And Thon actually prepares you for, I do participate a lot with volunteer work. So when Thon senior year, no, what was that? When did I do that? And I had to stay up for like 48 hours.
Junior
year. And I got sick, but it just shows like how appreciative the kids were. And they were just so happy that we were there trying to have fun with them. You know, shout out to the dancers because they really cannot sit. They don't know what time it is. So it kind of messes with your mental. Like, you're thinking like, oh, they ask you, like, is it daytime? Because they feed them breakfast at night to kind of throw them off. So that's, you know, anybody goes to Penn State, definitely, I really recommend joining that.
I think for me, like getting in college, I was definitely into the party scene. I got to meet a lot of cool people by joining clubs. So like, I like that bond and networking of like meeting friends, going out to parties, but don't make that your main concern. What about like relationships? Like, how did y'all feel about college relationships?
Who want to go first?
I can go first. Yeah, don't say nothing.
All right,
They always come at me about my relationship. But yeah, it was just long distance. Like we got together senior high school, so it's kind of like we didn't have like that much time together. So like our relationship kind of grew like through college.
FaceTime? Y'all FaceTime a lot?
FaceTime.
He was there every day.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, you was there you was in
We
Westchester.
probably saw each other every 2 to 3 weeks.
That's not bad.
It's just only 3 hours away, so
That's true.
Yeah.
we made it through.
I mean,
It's possible.
you want to go next, sis?
Oh, I'll go. Yeah, definitely. Like he went to school kind of up there, so it was easier because his commute wasn't as long. So I think we heavily depended on each other, especially like that first semester because it was rough.
Yeah.
We used to drive back to Philly like a lot, like every other weekend. But yeah, just having that support system to, you know, get you through. It's some long nights. So if you could stay up on the phone and like we write in the paper and just being that constant motivation, I mean,
Yeah. Well,
can't do nothing but
yeah.
appreciate it.
All right, my view on it. So during my freshman year, that was when my situation tanked. So it was like, you don't think, like you always, but it does negatively affect you if it's not a healthy situation. So my freshman year, trying to figure out like, what am I going to do? Am I still going to talk to? Yeah, like, and I'm still young, so you think like the world is ending, like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? And that's like where your focus is. So my grades, it affected me because I'm like, I'm always trying to make sure I'm compensating for that person, and like, oh, if he comes up, let me make sure I'm out of class, skipping class. So that I really feel like that's something that I would redo that. I should have took my school more important. But my senior year, I had like a serious relationship. I think senior and junior year. I just feel like you shouldn't really have a serious relationship in college. That's my opinion. I don't really think it was taken that serious for me, you know. Yeah. No.
Like on your part, or
I
his
think
part?
my part. I think it was my
You was
part.
just trying to have fun.
Yeah, like I was trying to have fun, but I did learn a lot from that person. Like I learned how to focus. I learned how to calm myself down because I used to be like a hothead. Like I could snap and drop a dime, but now I'm more so like I don't snap. I don't raise my voice. So that's the only thing that I would say he helped me with. And his focus, like his focus and his drive to what he wanted to do. So it made me think, like, what am I really going to do outside of college, like once I graduate? So I do thank that person for that. But other than that, I just really don't think you should do one in college. I really don't.
I guess my opinion on relationships, I definitely did blossom and become this wonderful butterfly in my cocoon, you know. I had a glow before I went to college. Like I was like happy to meet new people, meet guys, and like I was just flirting my way through college a little bit. I did meet one person that I like enjoyed my time with. A little bit of a situationship, so I won't say no names.
Situationship.
Yeah. But
I'm gonna do that every time.
He had the same major as me, and he was like really helpful with that aspect of business and kind of just staying focused on school. I know I really don't listen to anybody, to be honest. Like I like to do things on my own. He was kind of like assertive with that. So I don't know. Relationships are really made for college. I feel like you have so much blossoming to do and growing and like trying to figure out who you are as a person. Like, and when you get in a relationship, you kind of dependent on that other person. So if that's not like on the same type of level, you guys are just gonna get distracted. You're not gonna be.
You have to have,
but you don't.
Y'all have to have that bond where y'all can grow together.
Yeah.
If y'all
You're not in the same school, right?
Well,
You
my
can do
person
that,
was in my
right?
school, so
Yeah, true.
yeah.
Mine wasn't.
But you wasn't really committed.
Bro! Sorry for that loud outburst. She's clearly getting
She was having a moment.
Yeah. Flashback.
Too much of a flashback. Get it together. All right, next topic. Jeez.
Partying.
Y'all know I can turn up, you know I like to party, but honestly, like college parties used to be at house parties.
It used to be from Wednesday to Sunday.
Yes.
What was it? Turn up Tuesday,
Thirsty Thursday,
Wavy
Thirsty
Wednesday, Thursday
Thursdays.
Thursday, and I forget the Friday one.
Fuck it, it's Friday.
Stop cussing.
I'm sorry.
We have parents who view our stuff.
no,
Jeez.
sorry.
Exactly. I'm in bed by 10 now.
Seriously.
But the liquor we used to drink in college, oh
Yo,
my
it was a
God.
glow up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The Pinnacle.
Well, I still can't
Pinnacle was freshman year, like vodka.
Pinnacle came as all flavors.
Cotton
Marshmallow, grape,
All this
Swedish
Mountain
fish.
Dew.
Swedish fish. That was actually pretty good though.
Oh,
All right, would y'all ever try Pinnacle now?
No.
Even
hell
with
no.
beer?
No, hell no. I'm sorry. I had the worst hangovers. I had alcohol poisoning twice in college. I was throwing up the lining in my stomach because of that.
Time
No,
out.
never
She's
again.
drawing.
No, for real. Like
Y'all,
I
wait,
really
did y'all
had.
have Bled though? Were you drinking Bled?
Yes. Oh,
Not
by
Jungle
itself.
Juice.
Yeah,
Only
Jungle
in
Juice.
Jungle Juice.
We used to go to what's that club name? How did I just forget that?
The Den?
The Den. When we used to go to the Den, their bowls was Vlad beats.
yeah.
Oh God,
Like
you
the
probably
pictures.
tried to kill
Yeah,
y'all.
the pictures.
I've been to their school a couple times. It was lit. I stole a container,
A
like
picture.
Yes.
Yeah, the clothes getting shut down, so I put it under my shirt as a cop walking by. Yo, I used to get
Mind
lit.
you, I was the one graduating, and her and my best friend was the drunkest. Remember?
Listen, I told
you.
you. I had to do a fifth year, so I was celebrating my own mental graduation.
Oh my gosh! But like, I wonder, like now, partying wise, what's their liquor? Like, what do you think that they?
Pinnacle
now.
and
They
got
money.
Yeah.
They got money
They
now.
evolve.
They buy Henny,
Tequila,
I think
Patron.
EJ still. I mean, they try to show off. You know, expensive
Yeah.
for the gram. You
I
can't
think
do
social
it
media
nowadays. So
But yeah, ours was like Pinnacle, Amsterdam.
Pinnacle.
I used to
We
drink
went to
Absolute.
Ciroc. We
That was senior
we had a
year.
little upgrade
On occasion, we
a
had
little
a
vodka
money.
upgrade,
We got that.
and then we got put on to the brown. So
I had Absolute too in '99.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
99.
Yeah.
Is it called 99?
I was a big Bacardi girl.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bacardi.
Bacardi,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bacardi Peach.
Smirnoff.
Oh God, I used to throw up a couple times over that.
Right. Now we really don't drink vodka at all. We always drink brown.
They're alcoholics, so that's why they love.
She's
something
always
alcohol.
drinking with us. So.
No, I don't. I only do it just to show my face.
but you be right there taking the shot. So what you?
Call peer pressure. Don't succumb to it.
But when we used to drink though, going to class the next day, I'm not gonna lie, being at Penn State around them, they used to party every single day. And they were rolling and
Every
smelling like
day.
beer, makeup messed up, but they would still be in class getting an A on the test. So I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it.
They're your future corporate leaders right now. Your bosses are
Yes.
turning up kings and queens.
Really though, like I'm like,
Every
dang,
day.
what did you do
Every
last
day
night?
was
Remember that day after Valentine's Day?
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
We was working.
I was
Where's Savannah go?
over.
She's in the bathroom for like 30 minutes.
Right.
that was when I had to do a 10-page paper.
Yeah.
That was bad.
That was a bad.
And I was working the grill. Whew.
Child.
I was trying, but you know.
Don't do liquor, guys.
The liquor got the best of
Don't
me.
do Long Island pictures without your significant other being there on Valentine's Day.
Seriously though, but we had good roommates because my roommate Kiara, she took care of me after that. She had me get Tylenol. She cooked for me. We really had good roommates.
You talking about roommates?
Yeah, like roommates. That's why I said Kiara was a great roommate. Other than
Roommates, we had honorary roommates who was always there.
Yeah.
that, yeah,
They just always showed up.
always popping up. But I think for me, I didn't really have like the full dorm life experience. My freshman year, I asked my mom to pay a little bit more to be out of like the other dorms. So I had.
You had the bougie dorm.
I did. I'm not
The
gonna lie. Yeah, I had the suite.
We had the projects. It was 4 of us to begin with.
Oh my gosh, showering in there.
And then they left. So
Oh
it was
my
just
God,
me and my rollie. We had this big
Twin bunk beds.
room.
It was
huge.
huge. It was definitely huge. Definitely was
And then we
huge.
moved off campus
That
to an
was,
apartment. And then we had 2 roommates. They left too. I guess we just...
People can live with y'all.
And we quiet. Like, we just like... mind our business. But they left the schools. Like, they all left the schools. So...
and then junior year,
And then junior year, she came...
and that was it. But,
Alright, my freshman year I had like the regular dorms, like the 2 twin beds. Trying to have somebody over for company is a problem. The beds are so small, like bro, you sleeping like this.
right. What's up?
Uncomfortable as heck. So I had like obviously the normal dorms freshman year. Sophomore year I moved to like nicer dorms that were like obviously had my own bathroom, had my own room.
Oh yeah, that one was nice.
Yeah, it was. My roommates were cool. Like, I mean, I think I'm kind of difficult sometimes to live with because like I'm a neat freak. I'm annoying occasionally, but like.
Annoying.
The only worst roommate I ever had was that girl. Huh? I'll tell you. Alright, so I had a roommate like my junior year. So I'm using the bathroom, whatever. It's a pad stuffed within a toilet paper roll. Alright, listen. Yeah, I literally had to cuss her roommate out. She was a little white girl, I'm sorry to be mean to her, but like I had to cuss her all the way. I'm like, why would you ever do that? Why would you ever put? She's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, sorry, don't cut it. Because guess what? That's unsanitary. You gave me a heart attack. Yo, it was so gross. Like, and like, that's why I said I never could live with
She
somebody.
got like
dramatic.
OCD.
I have OCD. I'm the neatest person you ever know, the cleanest person you ever know, and that shit. So that part was like, it had to go. I'm sorry, but all my roommates were cool in college. Like,
But you never moved off campus. You
I
was
never
always on
did
campus.
because like it's too expensive. They wanted $400 for rent to move off campus.
And then your parents, they didn't want you to, right?
Oh yeah, plus my parents weren't paying for it. You know, spoiled.
But other than that, did it ruin any friendships living together?
Okay.
Be honest,
I'll be
though.
honest. Like my friendships did kind of dwindle with one person that like was my best friend, but like it's honest because like we were just on different paths, different like mentalities, and like with college, you gotta think about who you're talking to, who you're dating, and like having a person in an environment. Gotta make sure you're on the same page, and just know who you're rooming with, and just have that consistency, and just like understand one another. Like just don't put it out there where it's like a miserable experience. So
Because a lot of people say like living with your friends, it ruins friendships. For us, you know, we had an apartment, and I don't know, I'm an easygoing person. But I heard a lot of people say I've been friends for so long, and then when we live together, they bump heads so much, so it destroys it.
yeah, it's like more to it, but we're not going into details.
Well, yeah, we know that, but I was just
just
saying, like for other people too. I know other people probably get affected by living with their friends as well.
yeah, and plus I need to live alone. Like I'm not even trying
Some
to for a
people
roommate
did.
like
Some
right
people
now,
just
and
not-
like in real life, like I'm not gonna pay for somebody to live with me, like half rent or whatever, be less expensive. I need to live on my own. Like that's it.
Yeah, it definitely. I feel like it's a lesson though, because you can use that in life. Like now, you know, I
You
don't
know you
want to
got
live
it.
with nobody.
I like
Yeah.
like consider other people to live with. I'm like, nah, I just gotta pay the extra money to see about myself.
But ending college with graduation, that was like the big hurrah. Like,
Finale.
we made it. Like,
I
we
almost
really
didn't make it.
Right.
Ryan turned off my alarm, but that's
I know a big thing for me, because I wasn't always, you know, attending class all the time. Going to speak to your advisor and asking for extra credit is key. Be best friends with them.
Beg him to make you pass.
Professors, like, is there anything I can do? Maybe make up the work that I didn't turn in on time, and like you gotta sit
or
there.
you could have turned in.
We never had this problem.
I mean, you put the glasses on. You make sure you look real geeky. Like, oh my god, I really need this 1 point to graduate, and it helps. It helped me.
I was trying to get a D to a C. That's how much I was just trying to pay. I'm there for any kind of point. I said, Miss, I will go to class every extra time.
You're going to class.
Go to class and like, please pass me, Lord. My mom was on the phone cussing me all the way out. Like, you better
listen to this voicemail. Right? Listen to this voicemail.
She even went as far about
please pass me.
Remember when you was about to change your major? That's the great
okay.
thing.
So my advisor was super cool. I'm a marketing major, so that's why I got my degree in. I was in my junior year, about to figure out if I'm going to graduate or not. I literally needed 8 classes, but you know what classes is spring and fall semester. So certain classes are provided and certain ones aren't. So my scenario, I was stuck having to do extra year. I'm begging my advisor. I'm like, what should I do? He's like, well, you should take your classes and pass them. I was like, no. I was like, I need to graduate this time period because my mom is planning on me graduating.
And she lied to her.
I lied to my mom and said that I was graduating at a certain time and I wasn't. So I had to, in order to graduate, I had looked in other majors. I looked at psychology. I went to criminal justice. My GPA was not high enough to get in. They said, no, you can't get in here. Plus you need 30 credits to graduate. I said, oh, Lord, no. I gotta
You gotta take that L.
My mom, I said, Mom, I have to tell you something. I'm not going to be graduating in time. She said, Alston, you've been lying to me this entire time? I said, yes. She's like, you know what? I heard the grit of her teeth on the phone. I said, oh, shit.
You're glad you're not there.
So she cussed me out a good 20 minutes. She's like, I told you I wanted you to graduate. I told you I wanted you to do well. So basically, she hit me with the, I'm disappointed in you. I said, oh.
That just hurt. The flag started.
So I'm like, of course the tears came. I'm like, mommy, not. I'm crying, like, so sad. It's like, don't lie to your parents. If you're not doing well, tell them the truth. Because honestly, I should have maybe just like took a break from college because I wasn't really focused. I wasn't doing well, but I got it together because like I had to graduate that next year. That was it.
But like we said, graduation that was the big thing. Like we, it's a moment not just for you. Like I was hungover, but my peers were so excited. Like they made signs, they made a banner for me. Like that's a moment.
I showed up. I came in when they wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were young, being ghetto.
And ours was on Mother's Day too.
Yeah. And then we all went to Alston's together. And we
they supported me.
Then we turned up after, but it's a problem when all your friends are on the same wave. Like we all went to graduate. We all wanted to make sure we wanted, the higher education.
It's an accomplishment.
It is.
It is nice to have.
It's a lot of work. A lot of people can't
do it.
Get through it. Yeah. So.
But I feel like you don't need to go to college if you know what you want to do.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with going to trade school.
It's really not. Or even just
or getting like certificates or whatever.
Yeah.
Certificates.
Like if you have a talent,
do what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
If you know like school is not for you, I wouldn't feel pressure to go.
Yeah. Don't.
Yeah.
Like, would you pressure your kids to go to college?
No. I
would. I'm not gonna say it. I think it would be important.
In this day and
age,
it's honestly like everybody's trying to get a degree now. I had it, but like if you get a job, it's like, where's your degree at? It's like a common thing is like your name. Like,
I feel like you gotta go to get the master's. Like if you weren't going to college now, I feel like you need to get your master's because they look at degrees like it's nothing.
Yeah, because everyone can get them.
Yeah. But other than that, what tips would you have for like anybody in college that we learned the hard way?
Don't follow boys. Study. Don't try to be in the mix every time. Go to the library and don't try to be talking to people. Get a room, close the door, and study, sis. That's what you need to do.
I think the drinking. Like I feel like we probably could have scaled back a little bit on the weekday when I couldn't get up to class. Thirsty Thursdays. Turned into me not going to class Friday. So I feel like I could have scaled back a little bit during the week, but of course during the weekend, turn up, live your best life. But I think that's the only lesson. And not, like I said, relationships, think about that. But anyway, that's the only tips.
I would say having balance. Like, I working like a part-time job and like going to school full-time, it's like teaches you a lot. Mm-hmm. So I would think like just work. I would tell my kids to work and do school.
Time management. It
helps you a lot.
You have some extra spending money.
Yeah. That you blow, but you know,
on the ground.
Responsibility.
What about you?
I would say definitely try if you're looking to go into like a job straight out of college, whether it's corporate America, fashion industry, whatever your major is. definitely try to look for internships.
Yeah.
I didn't intern
I did too.
anywhere.
I did at a radio station.
I think if I would have interned, I don't know if it would have, made any difference because I'm in like my career, but definitely if you can try to get an internship to put on your resume.
Yeah.
Looks nice.
But, we hope you guys enjoyed, our college experience.
It was a roller coaster.
If you have like a nostalgic moment and want to go back to college, watch Grownish. Like, that's a good show.
Yes.
Dear white
It's
people.
your memory.
And dear white people.
Dear white people, that's the wave I feel like
Bring back
it's
memories.
realistic. Grownish, I don't know. Sometimes I'll be like, come on. Like, really?
Wait, do I have a crazy story though? Like the craziest moment you ever did in college? Like, what was it?
I had a professor try to talk to me.
It's my craziest moment.
I was pretty straightforward.
I had a lot of crazy moments.
Oh, I took an Adderall to finish a paper that I honestly messed up. So I didn't read the syllabus as well as I should have.
They had me fake sick to leave a party.
Oh,
before.
yeah.
That too.
That's
my
how we just
craziest
gonna leave
thing I
that
ever
there.
did.
I think all partying weekends for us was like
I
experience.
was in the hospital a few times.
Yeah.
I drove her.
One of my friends got lost. Remember Tiana? We couldn't find her.
Oh, yeah.
She was in the hospital. We didn't know, so I'm panicking the whole time. Me and our roommates
There's a lot
stay
of crazy.
up.
There's a lot of crazy
Wow.
movies.
Yeah, we had a lot. Oh, I know one.
Few fights.
Driving up to Penn State, it was the main road. The freaking truck exploded, so I had to take the back roads. I had no signal, so I'm making videos.
Penn State
literally
is in the boonies.
It's in the boonies. So I'm making videos on Snapchat just in case I don't make it. And I had my mom's credit card. I told my dad, like, listen, I'm going to go to this hotel because I don't know where I'm
I
at.
was not going
No,
there.
I got out the car, asked the truck driver. I was asking him, and he grabbed his like down near parts. I was like,
Oh my
I'm going to die
God.
today. I'm going to die today.
Yeah.
But other than that, I feel like every experience we
It's a
had
lot.
was crazy.
crazy.
We may do a video about all of our
Flashbacks.
crazy experiences.
We should. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed.
Tag your favorite memory of college
Yeah.
on there. Like,
And
let
say
us know.
whether you would force your kids to go to college.
Yeah, because I really want.
Or whether it was worth it or not.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, was it worth it?
Was it worth it? But see you
Was
guys.
it worth it?
See you
Thanks
guys
for
next
watching.
time.
Peace.